Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink, it is time for some Path of Exile discussion. A few leagues ago, GGG upgraded the Vaal Temple map. Vaal Temple used to be something that didn't get run all that much. It was then buffed with the implicit, area contains 10 additional guarded Vaal vessels. Now that made Vaal Temple a much better map than it had been previously. However, it didn't solve all the problems with Vaal Temple, and that is that the layout is terrible. So, what if I told you that you could keep the implicit from Vaal Temple and apply it to a random different map? That's exactly what Twist of Fate does. Now, Twist of Fate does have its drawbacks, we'll get to those in a sec, but your corrupted rare maps and any Atlas missions, map crafting options, and scarabs applying to them are modified unpredictably when opened. What this seems to do is just replace them with another map tileset, and also with different mission and different crafting options, and different scarabs of the same tier. So what we've got here is a setup where we're going to throw a Vaal Temple with can't regenerate life or energy shield, which is a horrible mod, as well as temporal chains. It is just an awful, awful map. And we're going to throw in a Rusted Shaper Scarab, Rusted Elder Scarab, a Rusted Metamorph Scarab, and Rusted Torment Scarab. That's 4 of the cheapest scarabs in the game at the moment. And we're just going to run that. Oh, it's now a wharf. Now when we go into this wharf map, something special is going to happen. And that something special is that we're still going to have those uber strongbox-like objects. Not exactly strongboxes, but they're sort of like them in effect. And they're going to be hiding somewhere through this map, just waiting for us to uncover them. Now, something that's very important to note is that all of the map mods on this have been randomly transformed. You can have a look, but often the map will be unidentified. So here, this is not unidentified, but this map has physical reflect on it, which a lot of builds will have trouble with. If you're wanting to seriously farm this, you are definitely going to need to render yourself immune to all sources of reflect. You can do that via a few methods. You can use crafted influence chests. There are influence chest mods that do that. One of the Pantheons significantly reduces the damage taken from reflect. There's a few other items as well. Sibyl's Lament Ring from memory is one of them. But here we go. We're just going to take this thing out. One of the other things I really like with this is that you will quite frequently, not in this case, but you will quite frequently get the divination card at the price of protection. Now, this divination card will grant you an Elder Guardian occupied map, and that Elder Guardian occupied map will be corrupt rare and have 8 mods on it. If you get mods you can't do or that you're just not interested in doing, then what you can do is you can simply turn around and apply the same process to that Elder Guardian map. The game will remember its special implicits. Just like it remembered the special implicits on this Vaal Temple here, you'll find that those maps will have the same effect. Nah, not a Mage Blood, unfortunately. That would have been really funny when I was recording if I got a Mage Blood from it, but I didn't think it was going to happen. And of course, if you're doing this during the Sentinel League, you'll also be able to use all of the usual Sentinel juicing mechanics as well, as an extra little source of juice on top of this. Something you'll see here is that you will sometimes get maps that are 8 mods that will drop here. What's happened here is that this was originally the unique strand map, and then that got corrupted by the nature of that specific chest, and then turned into that abomination of an 8 mod strand map, which is something that someone will have a lot of fun running most likely. That will happen with a bunch of other maps as well, all the ones that have unique versions, like Promenade map, for instance. This is definitely something that's worth your while. I will just quickly point out a couple of divination cards to get yourself more Vaal Temples. So the divination cards that you probably already have a lot of copies of Lingering Remnants, it's not very rare. And then there is Price of Prescience. Price of Prescience is something you'll only realistically get in Trade League, but it will give you a 100% Delirious Vaal Temple, and that is something that you will then be able to use this same process on. The amount of Delirium that's on the map will be remembered, and so when you then go and run that map, you'll get a different layout, but it will still be 100% Delirious. And so that's something that you can do, especially with those 4 mod Delirious maps that you'll get from Price of Prescience sometimes. You will then have a chance for them to become perhaps even 8 mod or 6 mod unidentified, or all sorts of things like that that will end up being juicier than they otherwise were. So yeah, definitely give Twist of Fate a shot if your character is capable of handling physical reflect, elemental reflect, and also potentially through the use of a mana flask like I'm using, some sort of way of mitigating 0 regen maps. Anyway, that's all I got on this.